Today is June 14th, and I am getting married in a week and a half.
You're spending 5 minutes with a missionary. This podcast is a window into missionary life. It's fun, it's personal, it's real, and it's always an adventure. During Season 1, LCMS missionaries serving around the globe share their thoughts on the topic of home. Today we'll hear from Benjamin Helge. Benjamin serves in the Czech Republic, sharing the gospel with young and old through the Bridge of English, as well as supporting geo-missionaries in the Eurasia region. You'll notice that this episode was recorded quite a while ago, but you won't want to miss the new ending.
Ahoy, everyone. This is Benjamin Helge coming to you from the Czech Republic, all the way in the east in the city of Havířov. And before I share anything about home, today is June 14th, and I am getting married in a week and a half to the most beautiful woman, Becca. She currently lives in Prague. She's been there for about 10 years. She has taught at the Christian International School of Prague. And after we get married, she is moving out east with me to the youngest city in the Czech Republic. And we are trying to find a new home. We have been in the process for the last, I don't know how many months, but what we thought might be a lot easier than it is has definitely proven to be more difficult. One of the difficulties we run into is that because we're not Czech, one of the apartment agencies, it's actually the city itself that rents a big portion of the apartments. We have to go through a different means in order to even apply for it. And it's not that once you apply, you get the apartment. No, you apply for the apartment during a certain window or time frame. You're entered into a lottery, and at the end of the time period, they choose one name out, and that is the person who wins the right to get the contract for the apartment. So we can't even go directly to that. We got to go through some other hoops and loops and whatnot in order to get some of those apartments, which are right around the place where we love to live. It's really close to a site where we have a church plant, a community center. A lot of our mission groups take place there, and so we love to live super close to that. Don't get me wrong, this is not the only option that we have, but it was the one that we were most hopeful about, and we're just reevaluating our options. There are other organizations or other firms that we can inquire with about some other apartments nearby. So we're going to look into those a bit more. We also want to have a home that allows us to invite people into it. We both love to host people. Right now, I live in the place where we're going to live for the time being. It's got 2 rooms. They're fairly large. They're decent sized, I would say, for the community. A kitchen, bathroom, separate room for the toilet, of course, as is standard. But we love to have a 3rd room, a guest room, in order to welcome people in, to be a place of shelter for them, a place of encouragement, a place where God can work, where we can have conversations about Him and Jesus Christ and what He means for us, for our lives, all that He has done for us and continues to do for us. So at the moment, we haven't found a place that seems to fit this criteria, especially with the 3rd room that is big enough for someone to stay in. Most of the apartments have a little tiny 3rd room that you can fit a bed in. I think that's about it. It's almost like a closet. We're not only just looking for a new house, but a question for me is, how do we make the home our own home as a newly married couple? How do we make it ours as partners in sharing the gospel? If you have some thoughts or advice about how to make something your home after joining together as husband and wife, I would love to hear from you. It's an exciting time in our life. We know there will be joys, a lot of them. We are excited for them, but we also know there will be challenges, and maybe some of those challenges will also be joys. One thing we know, or that I'm expecting, is we both lived on our own for the whole time we've been in this country, or I've lived in the apartment I'm in for the last 7.5 years. Becca's lived in various places in Prague, but she's lived there by herself for 10 years. And now we are coming together. We are moving all of our stuff in together. We don't have the kind of that luxury of storing something at our parents' house until we can find a place to move it to. People are super gracious here, though, and are willing to help us, the church as well. So I'm very thankful for them. But there are some very practical challenges that lie ahead of us. But one joy that I'm really looking forward to, of course, we're going to be together, which we've been dating long distance for the last 2 years. But us living together will be a great outreach to those that come over. And I believe that we have the same philosophy in that the door is always open, that we want to be a place that people can come to, a home that people feel comfortable in, that they can somewhat escape from the troubles of their life. Maybe not escape them, but can also unload them, that we can talk through whatever it is and also celebrate in the great things that God is doing. So I am so excited for whatever lies ahead. I don't know where it'll be. Join me in praying for our search for a new home. And if you get my newsletter, if you sign up to get my newsletter, of course, I'm sure you'll be updated on when we find something. So God bless your home. May He use your home, whether you're by yourself, whether you're joining homes together, whatever it may look like. May He use it for His glory. And may your door too always be open as you welcome people into your life and into your home. Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. I'm here with a follow-up after recording the main part of this podcast a while ago. And great news, Becca and I, of course, we got married. But besides that, we also got a new apartment, a new home, literally on the other side of the wall from where I previously lived. We got the call the day before our wedding, so we were moved in. We're still getting things set up a little bit. And I know I shared that we wanted that third room so that we could have guests over. We would still love to host guests, whoever might come through. But we are expecting our first child here very soon. So that room will probably become this child's room. And if God blesses us with more children, we'll see how many might fit in there. Thanks for listening. We're excited for this journey ahead and all the ways that God is going to use this new home as a way to share His gospel message with those that come into it.
Thanks for spending 5 minutes with a missionary. To learn more about Benjamin and Becca, go to lcms.org/Helge. You can also sign up for their newsletter using the link in the show notes. You can find this podcast on kfuo.org/missionary podcast or anywhere you get your podcasts. Have you ever thought about serving as a missionary? Reach out to mission.recruitment@lcms.org to learn more.